The Music Within, Thoughts Regarding the Use of Intent in Bedside Music, by Lynda Kuckenbrod, Clinical Harpist, Director, Therapy Harp Training Program, LLC. We all have a song in our hearts, a piece of music that is our very own tune. It is what moves us. No, not like a high school dance on a Saturday night. It is what moves us into being who we really are. And what we really are. It is perhaps a spark of energy that brings us to life. It is also what connects us to everything else, everything. In quantum mechanics it is referred to as the superstring theory. It is something that brings us to life. We are part of a greater force that is all around us. No, we are the greater force that is all around us. It is around us and it is in us. We cannot be separated from it. Some call it eternal consciousness, this force that flows through us. Some will call it religion. But this force, this spirituality, transcends religion. There is science that supports this greater consciousness. It may be in the early stages and is progressing. But perhaps it is not something that is meant to be fully understood. There is an element of mysticism in pondering why we are here, our purpose on earth, and what happens to that spark of energy in us when we die. Why is this important in therapeutic music? Because, I feel, it is the most important part of therapeutic music. It is what transforms a bedside musician into a good bedside musician. The fact that we are able to transfer the music within us to our patients through our positive thoughts and music is called intent. Our life force is made up of three basic components: mind, body, and spirit. Oftentimes we concentrate too much on the mind-body aspects of our music as it relates to our patients. The science of psychoneuroimmunology is deciphering the interaction and reaction of illness and stress, linking this to the immune system in the brain. We can think of it as the biology of emotion and disease. There is also the science of semiotics and frequencies. This is a very powerful tool that is also used through our music. Much of our training is based on these and other concepts with great results. Too often we leave the spirit lacking. Sure, we can tap into the music within us and use intent as that beam of energy, that unseen force, to bring our bedside music to its full potential. Even then we are still only addressing the biology and chemistry of the healing aspects of our music. We need to remember that our patients have their own music within them, too. Their past has created their present. Their beliefs are what make them persevere in the worst times, and it is also their beliefs that make them dance in the best of times. As therapeutic musicians, we have no idea what music is within each of our patients. But we must acknowledge that each of our patients has their own music within. In our training we have learned about tempo and modes and what is good for ICU and what shouldn't be played for the dying. It all has to do with beats and rhythm, resonance and timbre, melodies and improvisations, signs, symptoms and drug interactions. Throw in a good dose of focused intent toward our patient and we have accomplished the goal of basic therapeutic music. What have we missed by doing this? Our goal is to do no harm, of course, and we have done a good job. But we can do better, and to do better we must challenge the rules. We must address the spirituality of that person for whom we are playing. How can we do that? We have no idea where they are in their life's journey. We have no idea what has happened in their past. We only know their present medical condition and that the heartbeat tempo music we have been playing has not produced any positive results. We have a solid musical toolbox of techniques and methods for playing music therapeutically. We have learned the rules. And we must know the rules before we can break them to expand our knowledge. I have always lived by this statement: question authority. I believe that phrase was the mantra in the 1960s. But it holds a lot of truth. We need to question what we know, and we need to challenge the rules. We need to draw upon our universal connectivity to each other. We are all part of the ebb and tide of a greater force. And we are indeed connected to the patient for whom we are playing. The question is, how do you connect with the greater force? The answer: a combination of intent, intuition and spirituality. Take a deep breath and exhale. Surrender to the forces surrounding you and your patient. Let the energy around you guide your hands as you play. And of course watch your patient, as always. You may be surprised to discover that what you are playing is not part of your musical toolbox. In fact, it might be the complete opposite of what you have learned. But it is providing results. Your musical toolbox will not always fit each patient. We are all spiritual individuals who respond differently. In general, as therapeutic musicians, our musical tools are adequate. But to expand our effectiveness, we must surrender our focused, positive intent, and with this intent, we need to tap into the greater force that surrounds us. As bedside musicians, we are privileged to be a part of our patients' lives that are not often seen by others. It is a deeply personal time. We should not take our presence lightly. We must honor and help them through our healing music, not only in mind and body, but most importantly, in spirit. Play music that meets all their spiritual needs. Oftentimes, this will be the primary healing force that goes above and beyond the tools we have learned so well. The combination of the tools that we have learned and our connection to the universal force will transform us from good bedside musicians to great, healing musicians. So, the next time it seems that you might be lacking in the tools you have in your toolbox, relax and exhale. Then surrender and let your heart be guided by an unseen force. You may be surprised at the outcome. Fortunately, among the IFGT members there are other therapeutic harpists. I've started a project, which I am calling the Toolbox Project. It would be wonderful to connect and hear from any and all bedside musicians who have used an unusual or a non-standard method or technique that has produced unexpected and or positive results. I will review and categorize the information received. These results will then be published and available for everyone. If you do not wish to have your name published, simply let me know and I will include your information, but not your name. I am hoping to expand the methods that are currently used in therapeutic music and thereby expand the entire field of training. Therapeutic musicians are encouraged to send me the following case information: the condition of the patient upon entering the room, the normally accepted technique that did not provide results, the technique used by the musician that provided results. What were the results? How were the results measured? Visual, for example, less grimacing, less moaning, less agitation. Verified, such as readings from bedside monitoring equipment, readings of 0-2 levels, heart rate, breathing, etc., or by a medical professional taking a pulse, etc. The length of time music was played at the bedside. The end result of the session. The musician's name and designation, if any. It does not have to be lengthy. In fact, clear and concise would be best. Love, light and harmony. Lynda Kuckenbrod, Lynda's Harp websites: www.moonshadowharp.com, www.therapyharp.com. Therapy Harp Training Program, LLC, a self-paced therapeutic music training program for harpists and non-harpists. Study from the comfort of your home. Personal help is always available when you need it. In-depth and affordable. Compassionate, knowledgeable, intent-focused training for mind, body and spirit. Visit www.therapyharp.com.